I'm Ebony with Sweet Ginger Browne Mixer Elixir, and today I'll be interviewing with Ash on the Talk Shiitake podcast.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Talk Shiitake podcast. We're actually coming to you live today from Hodgepodge Coffee, or their Decatur East location just north of Avondale Estates. If this is your first time here, please consider staying a while, hitting that like and subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're actually going to have a few different things we're going to talk about. Food industry news. We're actually going to touch on Whole Foods and what their predictions are for food trends in 2023. Ash is going to sit down with Ebony Coleman, Leaven member and owner of Sweet Ginger Browne, and they're going to make some mocktails. They're going to go discuss a few different things. So that's a really fun segment we hope you stick around for. And of course, we're going to talk about everything food related, talk about Leaven Kitchen. So please stick around. All right, y'all, as we do weekly, we're going to come at you with some interesting news in the food world. Actually, today what we're going to talk about is the NACS 2022 convention. Really what the NACS is, it's a convention where they get together either yearly, and it's either in Chicago or Las Vegas, and it's convenience stores. I thought it was a pretty cool story and pretty cool, this convention in general, because they usually talk about some new products coming up. And if you're like me, you like to grab a snack at the convenience store, definitely look out for some of these things. But really what they're talking about, or what they were discussing, a few of these companies introduced a few new flavors. They were showcasing some innovations for what they call flavor seekers. So Coca-Cola actually is coming out with a limited edition Sprite strawberry lemonade, which I think sounds phenomenal. So I'm definitely gonna be trying that. And it sort of goes along with their freestyle mixes, right? When you go up to the Burger King or some of these restaurants, you see sort of that freestyle machine. You'll be able to add some of that Sprite strawberry lemonade to that mix. Looks like Milky Way is coming out with a cookie dough, which seems super interesting and delicious to me. And we have a few other ones here that they were talking about. So candy, I'm a big candy guy. I love me a good sort of chewy candy, some of that fruity candy, right? So Trolley, I don't know if it's Trolley, I've heard people say Trolley or Trolley. They're all about that sour gummy space. I like a good, just sour gummy personally. And it looks like what they're coming out with is a new flavor of Laffy Taffy. And it's, from what I see here, it's like a fruit combo. They're gonna sort of mix in some of their flavors just all in one. I really like, some of you may remember this, is the old Laffy Taffy bar that you used to get, and it was watermelon, and actually had candy watermelon seeds, so that was one of my favorites. So, you know, next time you're at the grocery store, at the convenience store, definitely look out for some of that, you know, Laffy Taffy flavor combos. If you're big on those energy drinks, I'm not an energy drink guy myself, but it looks like Celsius is going to come out with a few different flavors, a few fruity different flavors. Looks like they're coming out with an Arctic vibe, a tropical vibe, and a peach vibe. So they have a few different flavor combinations they're coming out with. And again, that's your Celsius energy drinks. Cinnabon, looks like Kellogg's is coming out with a sort of a little jumbo snack cinnamon roll, just in a bag. You know, I don't know about you, I like hitting up that mall, right? Trying out those little snacks that you get right up there. And then again, Coca-Cola, in addition to their strawberry lemonade, they're coming out with a few other flavors. Looks like Fanta flavors coming out, a new Powerade as well. And then to finish it off, Red Hot. So you have your Red Hot sort of hot sauce. I've used it myself, like on wings. Frank's Red Hot, right? I've used it myself on wings, things like that. I like to sort of mix it up a little bit, throw some butter in there, throw it, you know, that way I'm just not, you know, throwing a bottled sauce. I do like to make my own sauces, but that's besides the point, right? But Frank's Red Hot works in a pinch. But it sounds like if you're a fan of theirs, you'll be able to soon get some sunflower seeds. So David is coming out with a Frank's Red Hot sunflower seed flavor that sounds pretty cool. And then Andy Caps, you know, those, their fries, right? Their little chip fries. They're coming out with a Frank's Red Hot onion ring as well, which seems pretty interesting. So, you know, if you haven't ever looked it up before, or maybe you're just curious about stuff coming out, again, the NACS was just held a few weeks ago over in Vegas. It's their national convenience store seminar or what have you, where all these brands sort of showcase some of their new and upcoming innovations. Pretty cool. Definitely check it out. Check out Google. Our source was from fooddive.com, so definitely check out fooddive.com if you just want to look up any food industry news in general. We'll see you next time.
Hi guys, it's Ash and I'm back again for another episode of Talk Shiitake podcast with Leaven Kitchen. We are actually switching it up a bit and we're coming to you guys live from Hodgepodge here in Avondale. And I just wanted to come with another amazing member. She goes by the name of Ebony and we're going to talk to her today about her business. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Amazing setup. Tell us the name of your business.
I'm Sweet Ginger Browne.
Sweet Ginger Browne.
Mixer Elixir.
Mixer Elixir. Sweet Ginger Browne, Mixer Elixir. Miss Ebony, talk to me a little bit about what you have for us today. I see you have an amazing setup, some of the items that you brought in, what you serve, etc.
Okay, so today I have my fall display because we recently in October switched over from our summer season of flavors to the winter season.
Awesome.
And so today, what I'm going to demo for you is I'll show you how I mix the product. It's a concentrated simple syrup, but it can be made into a ready-to-drink beverage, and I actually sell both.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you how I go from the concentrate to the ready-to-drink so customers can do that at home. And then I'm gonna have you taste the ginger lime. That's the original flavor. It's most like a natural ginger ale.
Okay.
People who like that flavor would be people who might want a natural alternative to a chemical-based ginger ale or ginger beer.
Gotcha.
So ginger lime, all natural ginger ale.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna introduce my warm flavors, which are great for the winter and fall season. So you're going to try warm apple spice. This is a nice mix of ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove, and then apple cider.
Awesome.
And then this one is also ginger cinnamon tea. That's my ginger clove syrup with an apple cinnamon tea. And then I turn it into a tea by adding water and heating it up. It's delicious, very warm and soothing in the winter.
Awesome, sounds like it. So before we jump into this amazing display and demo that you have for us, tell me a little bit about how you got into this business. What made you decide that ginger was your thing, and how did you just kind of take this on and create so many different entities to it?
Right. So yes, it has definitely grown. Originally, as I mentioned, it was a natural ginger ale or ginger beer flavor because it's pretty strong.
Gotcha.
For 6 months, I had that one flavor, and I was actually just copying something that I tasted in a restaurant up north. And I was like, I think I can do this myself. So I mixed it up, came up with a recipe. It took me about 6 months, and then I would bring it to work functions, and my coworkers told me I should sell it. I really wasn't convinced I should go into business selling the product, but I took some samples to the gym, and the guys were like, you should sell it. And so the very next week, I incorporated and just got started building my business.
That is awesome, super awesome. So when the drink that you actually tasted that made you want to start making this, was it pretty much the same exact idea? Was it like a ginger tea type of a thing, or?
Okay, so my business has grown and developed beyond where I started. So for 6 months, I only had one flavor, and that was the ginger ale. That's the recipe that I was copying.
The home recipe, like the house recipe.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Gotcha.
But then, I don't know, something just inspired me to go to the store, pick up some additional spices, and that's how it developed into additional flavors, including the hot flavors.
Awesome, that's really cool. Talk to me a little bit about your process. Like, you don't have to give us all of your jewels and gems, but tell us a little bit about what it takes for you to create such amazing products, and especially with the ones that you're adding in, say, the different spices or the different flavors that are not typically there.
Right.
What is that process like for you?
Well, I'll tell you what makes my process unique. Many people, when they're making different ginger beverages, they would juice them or cold press the ginger beverages. What I do that's different, and I'll tell you why I do it this way. What I do is I actually cook them. So I cook it down to make a syrup. So I would be adding the organic ginger root, organic raw cane sugar, water, and then different combinations of spices or different combinations of citrus, and that's what gives me so many flavors. In the summer season, people also might like to add different juices, and again, you can take this ginger lime base flavor, add different juices and create something completely different and make it your own.
That's awesome.
The reason why I cook rather than cold press or juice is actually ginger root, when you heat it, it breaks the compound and changes the chemical structure, so it actually releases more health benefits. So there's something called bioavailability. It has greater bioavailability when the root is heated, and that's why you get more health benefits that way. So I like to cook mine rather than juice it.
That's awesome. Thank you for those gems, too. I learned something. I learned something, Ebony. So tell me a little bit about the difference between the carbonated side of the drinks that you make and then the ones that do not hold any carbonation.
Okay, that's a great question. So I use carbonation for the summer drinks because that kind of gives you the sense of drinking a ginger ale or flavored ginger ale, which is what is familiar to people. Many people just use still water.
Gotcha.
So it really is, again, you can make it your own. You can take the syrups and mix it however you would like. So the warm flavors use still water because it's turned into a tea. And so it really just depends on if you're serving it hot or cold, if you prefer carbonation or still.
Awesome. I love that. Last question before we jump into this amazing display that you have for us today. How do you come up with the flavor? So I know, and I've just from listening and watching, that you kind of customize your flavors with the seasons. What gives you, say, an idea to say, I think that's going to be an amazing flavor for the summer, or I think that's going to be a great flavor for, and how do you know like how much you're going to put, or is it just a tasting game for yourself until you taste it you like and then you have people try it?
Yes. So it's definitely all just an experiment in creativity to see what works. But actually, a lot of the ideas that I have and how the business has grown, those ideas come from my customers. So I owe much respect and appreciation and gratitude to my customers because a lot of the ideas are ideas that they had given me, and I just kind of was inspired by something they may have said.
Awesome. Do you have any flavors that you don't have to say which ones, but maybe that you thought that were going to work together and you maybe mixed them in and you're like, that ain't going on the shelf? Or have they all been pretty good, like mixing wise?
Yeah, I don't know how it has happened so easily for me, but no, any combination that I have ever tried, which would be all of the flavors that I currently have, they just worked. I don't know how. It just, I guess, was meant to be.
Yeah, that's right. I love that. Awesome. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Feel free to explain however you like as far as what you're going to be mixing, and then when you're ready for me, I'm ready. So we can go ahead and go into your demo.
So many of my customers will use these drinks in their alcohol, but I'm very proud of the fact that it's a great non-alcoholic drink as well. So I have actually started a mobile mocktail service, and just this summer I started making mocktails at the farmers markets where I sell.
Awesome.
So what I'm going to make for you today is...
I don't mean to cut you off, but for somebody that may not know what a mocktail is, can you explain that?
Okay. So a mocktail would be a regular cocktail, but it's non-alcoholic, so it doesn't contain any alcohol.
So it's a mocktail. I love it. All right.
But I like to tell people, cocktail or mocktail, the choice is yours.
Got it. Love it.
So it's, again, you can personalize these and change it and make adjustments however people like.
Cool.
So what I'm going to make for you today is I have a couple of different mocktail flavors, particularly in the summer. But the one that I'm going to make is very special to me, and it's because I didn't create it. It was created by a customer, actually a 9-year-old little girl, and her name was Brooklyn. So that's the mocktail that I'm going to make for you today, and I'll tell you a little more about it as I mix it up.
Okay, let's do it.
And so the Brooklyn is a combination of my ginger lime simple syrup, which what I need to do first is I need to mix it. So I'm going to show you how I actually mix the ginger lime. So what customers would do at home is they would purchase a bottle of the organic ginger simple syrup. So this is the ginger lime simple syrup, and what I'm going to do is mix it for you. You'll see how easy it is.
Good shake before?
Absolutely. There are no preservatives, no emulsifiers, nothing artificial in the drinks. So everything does settle.
Gotcha.
And so you definitely want to give it a good shake. You'll also notice, you see the ginger floating around in there. So it just adds authenticity to add the ginger pulp back to the bottle.
Keep it consistent.
Exactly. Okay. So I'm going to mix the whole bottle. If someone is having a party, they're having guests, I would recommend that they get a separate container like this and then just mix the entire bottle.
Gotcha.
But if they're doing it just little by little at home, it's not really necessary, but this definitely helps. So you'll notice I don't have a measuring cup, so I'm gonna play a little game here and see how well I can do with my sparkling water. So I like to use something that won't change the flavor of the drink. So I'm using San Pellegrino sparkling water. So I recommend any kind of clean carbonation, and that would be something that does not contain other additives to change the flavor. And then also I always avoid using anything with high fructose corn syrup.
Gotcha.
As I mentioned, many of my customers, they want a natural alternative, and so they want to avoid something like high fructose corn syrup, which is not the best syrup to use.
Gotcha. And is that something that gives it the carbon taste to it?
Absolutely.
I got you.
It carbonates the drink without changing the flavor,
changing
and
it.
that's what's important.
Love it.
So, I'm doing well. Got it. So when I'm mixing, I do a half and half mix or a 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
So you'll notice I put the amount of carbonation that was equivalent to what was in the bottle.
Put in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. And then it gets the rest of that ginger and kind of cleans out
I
that
want
bottle.
it all. That's right. Get it all out.
I see your mission. I see it.
Okay. So we'll put this away. And then also what you want to do at home is to add herbs.
Okay.
So I like to add mint to the ginger lime flavor, and that's because it just goes together so well. If you think an alcoholic version of this would be a Moscow Mule, so that's going to be your ginger beer with your vodka and muddled mint.
Yeah, I got it.
So mint really enhances the flavor. The other flavor that I have is ginger mango. I like to use mint or basil.
Okay.
And it is really delicious.
Awesome.
The herbs really add great flavor. So let's see. Use my sanitizer. So I really enjoy mixing these up at the market for our customers, and just the response that I get with the first sip, it just feeds my soul.
I love that.
So I'm just gonna drop these in. And again, you can muddle them, and actually, what I forgot to do, this is a new technique that I learned by a bartender.
Yep.
If you take the mints,
And smash them.
yes.
I'm a bartender.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that's what we typically use if you're making like any type of a mule, or if you're making
Oh, my
something like,
goodness.
what's that drink that everybody, Maker's Mark. So they like smash up the stuff in the bottom of the cup first, and then you put everything in. So I'm a little familiar with those tools.
Okay. We should have started there, Ashley.
Okay.
You can teach me something.
I'm a student today, Ebony.
And then you want to give it a good shake. And the smashing, again, I get a lot of ideas from my customers. A customer taught me that.
Yeah.
So you want to give it a good shake. And again, if someone is having a party, it's bubbling through the
Yeah,
top.
it's the.
Yeah, you can hear that. So if someone's having a party, I always, again, just recommend mix the whole amount, the whole bottle, and do it in advance. I find that this hits its peak flavor in about 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So what I'm gonna do first is just let you taste the original flavor, the base flavor. There you are. And we're gonna use that when you taste the warm flavors as well. Cool. So another component to my business is that I like to promote sustainability practices. So we're an environmentally friendly company, so I use the compostable sample cups. And we also have a bottle exchange program. So I tell all my customers, if you're coming back to the farmer's market, rinse and return your bottle, and I will give you a $1 discount or buy the bottle back for $1.
Awesome.
So this
That's
is
awesome.
ginger lime. Thank you. This is ginger lime. Exactly. Taking the aroma first.
Oh my God, that is so good.
You like it?
I like it a lot. It's really good. And it's not like over gingery, but I can taste all of it. I can taste the ginger, I can taste the mint.
Good.
I taste a little bit of like lime or something. Like
Oh
a
my
lemon,
goodness. Yes.
lemony.
Nope.
Okay.
Lime.
Lime, okay.
So it's ginger lime. Very sophisticated
It's
palate.
really good.
Good.
It's really good.
I'm glad you like it. So if you think about that as a cocktail, vodka,
It kind of tastes like a cocktail, actually.
Thank you.
And I feel what you were talking about, that burn.
Exactly.
I feel that.
Exactly.
It's really good.
Exactly. So that's the reaction that I get from my customers, and that's what inspired me to say, hey, maybe I can turn this into a mocktail thing. All right. So we're gonna take
Seems like something you would like drink with you for breakfast.
So it's so funny you said that. Many of my customers drink ginger shots. And so that's why I have the shot glass, you'll notice there at the front of the table. So that is just to give people the idea that it can be satisfying in really small amounts. And so some of my customers do. If they need to pick me up or get going in the morning, they will take a shot of it to get their day started.
And I also hear that it's good for like ginger. Specifically, ginger drinks are like good for like keeping you hydrated. So if you're somebody that like works out a lot or you're in the sun all day or something like that, a good drink like this will like bring you back.
Well, actually, it may be the spice and the essence of the ginger that is invigorating and can energize
kind of
people.
Restoring feeling, right?
Exactly. So those are some of the health benefits of ginger root. I would not say that it was good for hydration because it actually is a detoxifier. It releases toxins, and so that has diuretic properties.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's the opposite.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And because of that, it lowers blood pressure and has some additional health benefits related.
It's really good.
Okay. So that's the ginger lime, and as I mentioned, we're gonna mix up a mocktail here. So this mocktail is called the Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I mentioned I did not create this drink. It was inspired by a young 9-year-old girl. So I was doing my first in-home mobile mocktail service, and I was making drinks for people. And this little girl asked me, could she make me a drink? And I was like, oh, no, thank you, I'm fine. Well, that was not good enough for her. So she got up from her seat and she came around to where I was standing, and she started grabbing my things and making a drink. So what I did was I helped her. I wasn't sure what was going on. But anyway, I helped her make the drink just by kind of making sure nothing was spilled. And this is the drink that she put together for me. And once she finished, I thought she was making it for herself, but she handed it to me. And when she didn't communicate verbally is when I realized that she's on the autism spectrum. And when I tasted the drink, it was so good. I said, I'm gonna name this drink after you, and her name is Brooklyn.
That's so cute.
Yes.
I love that story.
Yes, yes, yes. So her name was
She had a little strawberry. She had a whole different vision, Ebony.
She was right, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of this is inspired by my customers. It is not me. It is not me.
Peppermint. Okay.
So we're going with the mint again.
Okay.
So let's see. Tell me how to perfect my technique.
Okay.
So what do I do? I'm holding it like this.
All of it?
I want to.
You smashing that too?
Yes.
Okay. So then I would just put it right on in and just start getting busy.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
You have a certain amount that you put in as far as the mint is concerned, or just
usually 1 or 2 leaves. Those were actually kind of large, but usually 1 or 2 small leaves.
Gotcha. Yep. Go get some elbow in there.
So I smash enough to release the flavor.
Yes,
I don't want to smash all of it, especially with the blackberries, which I think you said you like blackberries. So with the blackberries, I don't want it to completely change the color of the drink.
I gotcha.
And so I do sort of a half smash. Exactly.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, and if you'll hand me the ginger mango over there.
Will do.
So the Brooklyn mocktail is a combination of fresh strawberries, fresh blackberries, and mint muddled up. And then I'm gonna add, this is ready to drink ginger mango. You'll notice the white top. So everything that I serve my customers is ready to drink. That means it's already diluted, because this is how I want them to drink it at home. I don't want people to just taste the syrup and want to continue drinking it that way.
Oh, I got you, okay.
So this is ready to drink ginger mango. And
when Brooklyn made the drink for you, did she smash or did she just?
No, I added the mint. That was just, like I said, you can customize, personalize, make it your own. I added the mint just because I know it goes really well to enhance the flavors.
Gotcha.
So what I'm doing here is I'm first mixing the fruit and the mint. with the ginger mango, and then I'm just going to top it off with the ginger lime. And that's because the ginger mango is kind of a full flavor, and the ginger lime is much lighter.
Gotcha.
So that you can taste, exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And then this also gives you different layers of flavor by topping it off with the lime. Okay.
That's a beautiful drink.
Thank you.
It looks like
So
a
let's
smoothie
see.
drink.
Yeah, and that's because of the fruit. So let's see what you think of the Brooklyn.
It's really good. I
So-
feel like I'm like drinking a fruit basket. Like it's really good.
And so again, customize it to your liking. You can muddle up, you know, one strawberry, one blackberry, one piece of mint. So you did get a lot of fruit in that because that's what I enjoy.
That one's a lot more spicy.
So that would be, and here's the reason, when you want full flavor, that's why I said if it sits, it reaches its peak flavor. I just mixed the lime, so it's not as spicy. That mango was already mixed.
Gotcha. It was sitting.
Yes.
Okay.
And so because all of the flavors do have the ginger in them, it will get spicier over time. So I tell my customers, if it's too spicy, you want to strain and separate the ginger, or always add water.
Gotcha.
Adding water, it will
Dilute it
reduce
down a little bit.
Exactly. It dilutes the spice, the sweetness, and reduces the calories, but you can still enjoy it.
Love it. I love it. Well, this is a great, great drink. How do people book you? How do they reach you? How do they get a Brooklyn?
Okay, so they can reach me at info@Sweet Ginger Browne with an E. That's my sign language E. Let's see. Sweet Ginger Browne with an E.com. You can email me there, or you can also reach me by phone at 833-SGB-MIXER. That's Sweet Ginger Browne, MIXR.
Before we go, though, I know you had some hot, warm items.
Yes,
Talk to
absolutely.
me and let me kind of dibble with those and give
Okay.
them my feedback on those.
Okay, so these are the warm teas that I mentioned. These would be great, again, non-alcoholic, or you can add it and make a hot toddy,
Okay.
which is what many of my customers say when they taste it.
And as far as processing of making these, is it pretty much the same?
Oh, yeah, well, very similar, except these have the additional step of having to reheat and turn it from the concentrated syrup into the tea. So
Gotcha.
adding the water and heating it up.
Okay.
So let's see. This one is warm apple spice.
Okay.
This is a combination of ginger with cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and then apple cider and
I
water.
love clove.
You do? Okay.
But I like a lot of, I like chives. I like all those.
Oh, if you like chai teas, okay. Let's see. Now, I will say they have a good spicy kick because, again, it's cooked with the ginger.
And it's so warm. Perfect for the season. That reminds me of something. Maybe an apple cider. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
It's so warm, though. It's really good. Really,
So,
really
yes,
good.
it's because it does contain apple cider.
That's what I'm tasting.
Yes.
I taste the apple a lot and the ginger.
And a lot of people say it tastes
good.
like apple pie.
It does. That sounds like it tastes like, yeah,
Something
definitely a
familiar.
holiday flavoring. I love it. And it smells so good. How long does this take? Does it have to sit like the same thing or?
No, because it's heated. Again, it's releasing the flavor. It's
So it's
releasing
really
more health
instant.
benefits. Yes.
I like the warm a lot.
Okay. And normally at the markets, we'll reuse the same sample cup, but I don't want you to, I don't want to overdo it because I know it can be spicy, especially when people are drinking.
And what's the difference between these two?
So this one is ginger cinnamon tea. This one is made with ginger clove syrup that we make. And then I take that ginger clove syrup and I mix it with an apple cinnamon tea.
Okay.
So again, pretty spicy.
And these are fall flavor only?
Yes.
Okay.
These
and
are
how long do
definitely.
they get? So how long does each season do you sell each product? So how long is your fall season?
So the fall season goes from October to the end of March.
Okay.
And then the summer season begins in April and ends in September.
Gotcha. And it just rolls over. Gotcha.
Exactly. So this one is the ginger cinnamon tea.
a little lighter, just a little bit.
Yes, the color.
In color.
And that's because the spices are a little different.
It smells really good. I love the warmness. Like I can feel it through the cup.
And I love that you smell them first. That's
like my mom talks about me to this day because I'm one of those kids that never stops smelling my food. So it's not you. It's just anything that I put in my mouth. It's forced a habit to smell it first.
No, I think you should. And with this, I think it's good because all of that is connected and it's part of the experience.
I definitely can smell it. And I like this one. No offense. I like both of them, but this one's a lot better. It's a little lighter, I feel like, but it's really good.
It is.
I like it.
That is so funny.
I like this one.
I cannot tell which one is the favorite. It's definitely 50-50.
They're both really good. They have a similar taste to them, but I feel like this one's just a little lighter, on the lighter side.
So what they share in common is the apple flavor and the cinnamon, but then again, you add something different and you're gonna get a whole different outcome.
Makes sense to me. I love this. I think what you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
I'm a ginger fan anyway. I know that it's healthy for you and it's really good. So one more time before we close out, can you just give them your social handle and then your contact number again so that they can know how to reach you and book you?
Okay, sure. So our web address is Sweet Ginger Browne, again with an E.com. And then on Instagram, you can find us at SGB Mixer. That's Sweet Ginger Browne, MIXR. And that's also our phone number, 833 SGB Mixer.
Awesome. This was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, for pulling up with us. Guys, also, just to let you know, Ebony is a Leaven member. So before we close out, tell us about your experience just being at Leaven, being in a shared kitchen environment, and how it's working for you and your business.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love being at Leaven. It's just, it's a large size kitchen. It's much bigger than where I was previously. The management works really hard to keep the kitchen running and functioning properly. The kitchen is clean. We have a cleaning schedule. Everyone knows what they're expected to do. And that's what I love most about it. I feel comfortable when I'm in the kitchen. I absolutely feel comfortable there. And everything, like I said, just runs very smoothly. I really enjoy making my product at Leaven. Yeah, it's been a great experience.
Having you as well. So thank you for being there. You guys know it's another amazing Talk Shiitake podcast episode here at Leaven Kitchen / Hodgepodge for the day. And I'm here wrapping it up with, of course, Ebony. You guys make sure you find her on Instagram, shop with her, book her, and send her an email if you're curious about maybe some flavors that you may be interested in adding some ginger to. She takes requests as well. So reach out to her. She's personable as well. Thank you guys for tuning in and make sure you come back.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Fern and Ash. Today we're actually going to taste a few different pies around the holidays. Do you have a favorite pie?
I do. My favorite pie is sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato,
but it has
okay.
to be made right, though.
Right.
Not anybody's sweet potato pie.
Right.
It got to be made right. You got to put your elbow in it.
Well, that's the one we don't have.
I know.
So right now we have a pumpkin, we have an apple, we have a pecan.
Pumpkin will be closest to.
And my wife was actually talking stuff this weekend. She's like, dude, you don't even like pie. Why are you going to try pies? I'm like, I don't know.
You
I don't know
like
what to tell. I'm not a big sweets person.
Okay.
I don't like cake too much. I like
Really?
like chocolate cake, and I usually need like a glass of milk.
But it's like a craving
it's never
thing.
been a big thing. And I've tried, I really like pumpkin pie with like whipped cream and all that on there, but I'm usually not a big pie person. So she's like, you don't even like it. Your opinion doesn't matter. I'm like, shut up. Yeah, it does. So
Hey,
yeah.
Ash, shout out to you.
Right, yeah. Always talking stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try a few different ones here and try and decide which one's our favorite one, for Thanksgiving's coming up, right? See what we're gonna do. But also we want to shout out a few of our Leaven businesses. So I know Hodgepodge out of Leaven, Vi's Pies and Treats, Maya with Lord of the Pie. So we actually have quite a few people at Leaven that are ramping up and getting ready to sell our pies, sell their delicious things to their customers. And actually a lot of them are gonna be offering pickup there at Leaven. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have some info posted in the video. We're actually gonna share some of that info, have a nice comprehensive list for you guys on our webpage, but also all of our social medias.
You know,
So,
I've actually tried Vi's sweet potato
Yeah,
pie.
good
It's
stuff?
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a good sweet potato pie, I will co-sign Vi's pies. Her sweet potatoes are really
yeah,
good.
Vice pies and I've tried her peach cobbler.
I've never
and
tried
it's
the peach cobbler. Is it
fantastic.
good?
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah.
really good. So again,
Cut it.
definitely check out a few of our different members. We're gonna have that stuff down in the description for you on where you can find their stuff, how you can order from them, when you can pick up. We'll have all that info on our website and our social media.
Cool. Happy holidays, guys. That's always
Yeah, definitely. It's my favorite time of year. It's my birthday coming up here on November 11th. And my anniversary actually just passed. It was on Halloween.
Really?
So this time of year is really my favorite.
Well, happy belated
Thank you. Thank you. My daughter's birthday's coming up here on December 7th. So there's a lot going on for us.
Holiday season.
But it feels warm, right? It feels cozy.
I love it.
So let's go ahead and dive in. Which one do you want to try first?
I'll play it safe, and I'll try apple first.
Apple pie.
Yeah, I'll play it safe. You know.
Are you one of those people that likes toppings?
Ever eating. So I'm huge on whipped cream. Heavy on the whipped cream. I love whipped cream. I could do without like the caramel drizzles and all that stuff, but I like whipped cream a lot. But one thing I will say is I've never tried a pecan pie, so this will be the first time. But pecan is like one of Naja's favorites. It's always every holiday season. So
you know, Ashley does get down. My wife Ashley.
Yeah.
She gets down in the kitchen and she bakes quite a bit.
Does she?
And she does make a good apple pie.
Really?
She's gonna kill me. It's either apple or peach. Now I can't remember.
She makes a peach pie.
She makes a peach. She makes a few different things that are just great. She'll make them from scratch. So she makes, I want to say it's peach or apple. Again, she's going to kick my butt for not knowing. But, you know, we do get spoiled there at the house. Like I said, usually like a glass of milk or something with my stuff.
I agree.
Let's see what we got.
That's good.
That's really good.
You can't beat a good traditional apple pie. Like, a good apple pie is like everything, especially in the holiday season. So this is good.
But yeah, I like it. The freshness of the apple, the filling in there, the crust is really good, nice and crisp.
I agree.
So just the combination of everything, I think, is really, really good.
Can I take this home?
Of course.
Joking.
I'm not going to take it. You're good.
It's really good.
All right, so apple, I like it a lot.
I do too.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think I've ever had pecan. Do you say pecan or do you say pecan?
I say pecan.
I say pecan.
Okay.
Pecan pie. I don't think I've ever had pecan pie or
Me
pecan
either.
pie. But
My husband loves it though.
we're going to try it today. I've had pecans, of course.
I think for me, I get turned off with anything that looks like a gel.
Sure.
So I think it's the texture that I look at and just instantly think it's not.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try it.
I'm going to be
I've
honest
never
with you.
tried it,
I don't
so-
know what's in pecan pie.
Me
so
either, and I think that's part of the problem too.
But
Like
this-
I don't know what that is.
At least we know we're going blind here. We're going to give you guys our
Never had it.
Our real
so you're gonna
thoughts,
get a real reaction. Y'all know how my reactions are. You seen the donut episode.
All right, let's see. Grab a drink of my
He's cheating.
hot chocolate.
He's cheating. You don't get
Shout out to
drinks during a
Hodgepodge Hot
taste
Chocolate.
test, okay? You get no drinks. You just gotta take it.
Hodgepodge makes a good hot chocolate.
They do. Their coffee is really good too.
All right, so pecan pie.
Absolutely really good. It's good. Never had this in my life, but it's really
Oh
good.
wow,
Really good.
that filling is really good.
It is.
The pecan, whatever they're putting on there to
I like
caramelize it, and yeah, I couldn't tell you what's in it. I'm not Gordon Ramsay, but I can
either.
tell you that it tastes good.
It definitely tastes good. Definitely like this. I wonder what is in the gel part of this. That's a very good question.
And
Just
that's-
curious.
I don't know. That's a great question for
Yeah.
sure.
The texture
I'll look it up.
is different, but it's good. Tastes good.
And I know my Ashley, when she sees this, she's probably going to yell at me because she's always telling me, well, I don't put stuff on, because we do a menu, right? Weekly menu. She wants to bake, things like that. She's like, oh, I never make anything for you because you never like anything. Well, I'm trying it now. I like it now.
We like this, Ash. Pretty good.
You can make me some of these and we'll be all right.
You can't have this though. I'm taking this.
All right, and then
I like it.
finally, the pumpkin pie. I mean, I've had pumpkin pie. It's good. Again, I like it with some whipped cream on top.
Yeah, pumpkin pie could be a hit or miss for me. It depends on if it's not, the less dry it is, the better it is.
This looks kind of dry.
It does. I won't lie.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. It's okay. You haven't gotten a bad reaction out of me yet. That's not what you guys are used to, so.
Wait till next week. She's going to be trying out some funky flavored chips.
Uh-oh.
So she'll probably yell at me for that.
This guy.
All right, pumpkin pie.
I like pumpkin pie, though.
Look at my little pumpkin plate here.
I don't like this pumpkin pie.
No?
Sorry, guys. I don't like that.
It's not
You
that
know I'll
great.
let you know when I don't like it. This one,
It's
and
okay.
stay on the no-nay.
It's missing something.
It's definitely missing a lot of things.
It definitely
sure.
feels like they use something like out of a can.
We're gonna give this to Hodgepodge and have him touch this up because
Have
it
him
needs some help,
right.
okay?
Have them dress it up a little bit. But yeah, overall, I guess.
Yeah, these two are great though.
And you said what was your favorite sweet potato pie?
My favorite is sweet potato pie.
I've never had
love
sweet potato pie.
It's so good.
I know they do the sweet potatoes with like the marshmallow. Is that
I
different?
like that too. No, that's like a casserole.
That's
so
a
you can
casserole.
make sweet potatoes in like 4 ways, right? Really. You can bake your sweet potato,
Right.
and then dress it up however.
Yeah.
You can mash them, so you can boil them, mash them. I usually mash mine up with like butter, vanilla,
Right.
brown sugar, and the marshmallows.
Yeah.
Put that in last.
The sweet for whatever just always throws me off.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know if it's a texture thing or if it's a combination of the both. I've just never been a fan, but maybe I'll try sweet potato
So
pie.
my oldest doesn't like them when they're cut up like yams, but he likes them when they're mashed in
Sure.
like mashed potatoes.
Got ya.
So
Okay.
depends on what
Yeah.
you like.
Usually what I go with is, back home, back in Nebraska, we used to stop at a restaurant called the Village Inn. Kind of like an IHOP type, but they would sell their pies. We would pick them up and they made this like chocolate silk pie. And it was kind of like that, the consistency of what was in the pecan pie.
Like a mousse?
Excuse me, but it was like a mousse. Yeah, exactly.
I
And
love
that was
chocolate mousse.
delicious. I like just a good chocolate. Chocolate anything is my thing.
I like chocolate too.
So
pretty
yeah,
good.
So yeah, overall good. Ash says sweet potato. I say something chocolatey, right? That chocolate mousse,
Like
something
a
like
chocolate
that
mousse
is
pie?
probably my favorite when it comes to the holidays, Thanksgiving, of course, Christmas coming up. But yeah, thanks again for coming out, hanging out with us, indulging us while we tried some sweet pies here. They
It
weren't
was
too
overall
bad.
pretty good.
Again,
We're gonna give this one a Hodgepodge.
Right. Probably not gonna eat that one, but we'll take care of the other two for sure. But yeah, y'all definitely look out on our website, look out on our social media platforms. We're gonna have some links in the description as well. Definitely take full advantage of our Leaven bakers who are gonna be making some delicious pies for your holidays. Take that out of the equation for yourself, right? Don't sit there and mess with having to put things together. You're probably already making your dinner, you're doing all these other things. Let our members take care of you when it comes to those desserts and just leave something out of the equation for yourself, right? So again, check the link in the description. We'll have some stuff on our website, stuff on our social media where you can check out some pies from our members.
So Hodgepodge has a grits pie.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're doing it for the holiday season.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to check that out too. We'll
make
link
sure you
all of
guys
those
check
for
them
you.
up. Check them out. They have some great, interesting flavors and different stuff that I've never even heard of coming out this holiday. So make sure you take a look for them.
All right, thanks again, y'all. We'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, y'all, once again, thanks for joining us here at the Talk Shiitake podcast. We talked to a few of our Leaven members, went over some important food news, and we learned a little bit today about Hodgepodge in general. So thanks for joining us. Come back and see us again. Please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming episodes.